Hey everyone, it's Armory Gaming. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to Monster Legends. Welcome to an exclusive first look at the brand new cosmic monster, Henrich. This is our artifact, our very first artifact cosmic monster. And of course I want to give a huge thanks to Source Point for giving me the monster, the cells, the food I need to feed this monster up all the way to level 150, and any gems I use will be reimbursed, and that's a good thing because 2 slots are locked. Alright, let's place this monster, let's see that special animation. Which, by the way, this monster has a fantastic ultimate. We'll talk about that shortly. So we have Henrich, he jumps up into the air, and there we go, that's the cool animation we've been waiting for. That was epic. And so, this monster actually has one of the saddest backstories in the game. He was actually a legendary monster that died, and was essentially rebuilt as a cosmic monster thanks to good old Glob. With that being said, let's talk stats. This monster has a power stat of 7392, which is not a high power stat whatsoever. It's actually the lowest of the cosmic side with that of Rotten, Lindworm, and Ignis. As for his life stat, 69971, this is actually the lowest of all the cosmic monsters by 2400 points. So compared to everyone else, he is the most squishy of the bunch. And then his speed stat, 5841, it's right around the middle. It's tied with other deniers like Kodama, it's tied with also monsters like Vanoss, 2099, and Daigyao. And I will mention that the speed stat, it's even though he's not crazy fast, right now the fastest monster continues to be Ignis with 5984. The second fastest monster is Lindworm with 5962. And then we have Tabora and Slugzoid with 5951, then we have Rotten with 5918, Blackfeather 5896. You'll notice that of those monsters I mentioned, only Lindworm and Blackfeather are deny monsters, and their speed stat isn't crazy faster than this monster. So from the perspective of you having the monster for offense, you could always activate your rune guard to get a 10% boost if you have it maxed out. So even though the speed stat is a few hundred points difference from like Lindworm and Rotten, from the perspective of you attacking, you could always activate your rune guard and then you'll have the advantage. Also, when we talk traits, this monster actually has the artifact trait at rank 3. Sorry I skipped to the end, but that is the main thing about this monster. At rank 0 you have Hardened, that transforms into Tough at rank 1, and at rank 3 this is an artifact monster. Also, this monster is going to be the breeding frat monster, which means players are going to be able to breed copies of this monster, and whenever someone on your team purchases a gem pack during the frat event, you're actually going to get cells for this monster. So just like Bomb Beta, I predict this is a monster that you will be seeing a lot of rank 3s. And going back to that squishy life stats, you know, it's basically like this monster has a permanent immunity to torture because this monster can get hit with the dots. So you gotta kill this monster with absolute brute force. And no reducing its accuracy, no pretty negative effect, no none of that. Now the downside to that and having artifact is that you can't buff this monster. You can't give this monster life regen, you can't give this monster a shield, you can't protect this monster with evasion. So there's a drawback, but there's also a good thing to it. So even though he has the squishiest life, that permanent immunity to negative effects is very nice and helps him out. Whereas like other monsters are susceptible to getting hit with a curse, you know? Curse is one of the most deadly things. A lot of monsters for whatever reason have curse right now. Lindworm can turn you into a baby and give you curse. Blackfeather can also give you curse and like possess you and total blind you. Also going back to Lindworm, the fact that you have an artifact means you can block baby reversion, whereas other monsters don't have that luxury. You need immunity to control or artifact in order to not transform into a baby. So that gives you a little advantage there. So with that being said, well, we'll talk about the ultimate since it's on the screen as well. No bueno, senor. This deals moderate thunder damage to enemies, activates cooldowns, mega freeze, and burn. You have 2 denials in your ultimate. You have cooldown activation and freeze. This helps if an enemy monster is immune to CDA, you know, such as Lindworm, you'll mega freeze them. And if a monster is immune to freeze, well, you activate their cooldowns, and on top of that, they burn. So if they are mega frozen, then they're not going to be able to do anything for 2 turns, and then that burning will take away like 30% of the HP in that time, and then you're free to do other stuff before they get a turn in. So with that being said, let's talk about this monster's skill set. Alright buddy, let's level you up. And before you guys level him up, you guys should see him, just leave him alone as a baby and just watch him do his little dance. I should have recorded it, it was hilarious. It was adorable too. Alright, so another interesting thing about this monster is, you'll notice he's a thunder monster, but he has a fire-based attack. I think it's always unique when a monster has an attack that's not their own element. I believe he also has a water-based attack, we'll see that right now. So here he is at level 100, let's go ahead and change his skills. And we'll start off with Good Morning Peeps, deals moderate thunder damage to one enemy, apply shock. This has 0 cooldown, so it helps you if you get hit by an enemy CDA, you can at least shock the enemy. This would be good to counter an extra turner, that way they can't use their extra turn skills. Or if there's a monster you do not want to get a turn transfer, for example, you're fighting Lindworm, and you're like, oh man, he better not turn transfer to Vanoss, you would shock Vanoss and prevent the extra turn. Moving on, we have Rolling Like a Hedgehog. This is an AoE daze on a 0 cooldown. Once again, if you were to get hit with CDA, it's nice that you have a skill you can do, especially one that reduces accuracy and power by 25%. Moving on, we have Support the Indies. This deals low thunder damage to all enemies and applies shock to all enemies. AoE shock, not the biggest fan of it. I think this monster has better skills. Hot Coffee Sir deals moderate fire damage to an enemy, applies burn and daze to an enemy, so single target burn and daze. For whatever reason, this monster really likes to burn things. Alright, maybe he didn't have a water-based attack. I must have been imagining it. Oh wait, there it is. Alright, we'll go back to that. So 1 versus 1 rescheduled. Deals low special damage to all enemies, activates all cooldowns. This is your AoE deny, 100% must run kind of skill. And then Battleground Killer deals moderate water damage to one enemy, applies freeze twice to one enemy. So it's not single freeze, it's not mega freeze, it is freeze twice. So basically it increases the likelihood of freeze actually landing, because there are some monsters that have hardened, there are some monsters that have tough. So with a skill like Battleground Killer, if that first freeze doesn't go through, maybe that second freeze goes through and you immobilize the enemy, it's more of a close to guaranteed chance of landing denial. It only has a 1-turn cooldown, which is surprising to me considering it is double freeze. I think that's really awesome. I like this because when you freeze an enemy monster, the next turn they get immunity to freeze. So that's where your 1-turn cooldown comes in. It's not like you could chain freeze anyway, so you'd have to wait anyways. But speaking about chain freezing, we have, where is it? We have, oh, somewhere here. Right here, Plotless Force. It doesn't even show it. This applies burn to an enemy and applies shock and freeze to one enemy. So we have another freeze skill that also burns, that also shocks. I think this is a really good skill. You know what? I'm going to change the turn order to fit the cooldowns. So I will put the 3-turn cooldown right here. Let me see. I don't know where it's at. Where are you? Plotless Force, and I want to put you here. So 3-turn cooldown, and then Ground Killer, I want to put you over here. Okay, so I think we're good. Alright, so going back to Plotless Force, this is a really good skill to use against an extra turner. Right now, in my mind, I can think of Nor. Nor has the hardened trait, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, maybe she has something else. But let's say you're battling a monster that has extra turn skills and has hardened, maybe even has tough. A skill like this that applies burning, shock, and freeze, you essentially have 3 different ways to get at the extra turner. For one, if the burn lands and the other 2 don't land, it's a way to like, if the enemy does the extra turn skills, they risk dying, right? Depending on how much damage you are, because burning takes away a percentage of their HP. If the burning and freeze doesn't land but the shock lands, well, that stops the extra turn. If the shock and burning don't land but the freeze lands, well, then you're freezing the enemy so they skip their turn. So it's a really good anti-extra turn skill, I think, but it's also just a good skill to put on anyone. You get burning and shock 2 dots, and then that freeze to immobilize them. So you could actually, on 1 turn, you could do Battleground Killer, freeze one. On the next turn, Plotless Force, freeze someone else. And then on the next turn, go do Battleground Killer again, just because of the 1-turn cooldown and the cycling potential. And then, of course, you have Yes, which deals moderate special damage to an enemy and activates cooldown on one enemy. So you have another Deny. This monster has a full skill set of Deny. AoE CDA, single CDA, single freeze, and single freeze. So you have CDA and freeze, and this is interesting because we have not had a freeze denier. We literally haven't had someone since Abysmus, and I'm not counting Slugazoid because he has a slug charge 50% chance to freeze. We have an official freeze monster, not an AoE freeze, but that's fine. We have single freeze, and I am cool with it when you're also CDA. And so obviously this monster rivals like Kodama, who has the same speed set and also relies on CDA. Kodama can give her team immunity to torture. This monster has a permanent immunity to torture with the artifact trait. So, you know, there's like ups and downs. Kodama can block resurrection. If we're talking mythics, this monster technically is in the realm of like Glamhead as well as Siamese, because, you know, the CDA is what this monster relies on, as do they. Although Glamhead and Siamese, they rely on possession, this monster has that secondary freeze. So there's a lot of like competition in the CDA world, and I do think just because Henrich is a cosmic, he has better stats and he has the artifact, I think he's going to become one of the more dominant cosmics, one of the most dominant cooldown activation monsters. Is he going to replace Kodama? Most likely not. The advantage of Kodama is that Kodama still has the ability to block resurrection while activating cooldowns, and that is mighty powerful, right? If the enemy can't rely on a Rotten to resurrect, on a Lonrad to resurrect, then you're solid. So Henrich can't do that. But again, the advantage Henrich has is that if you don't kill him, if you don't CDA him, you are doomed. You know, you can't reduce his accuracy, you can't possess him, freeze him, whatever. So the advantage of Henrich, I also see him being a pretty good defense monster. If you can't kill him, he's going to kill you, or at the very least immobilize you. The one thing I'm not a fan of this monster too much are the relic slots. So we are going to get a new diamond relic, the Rotten's Trap. I'm not sure what it's going to do. but that also means that most likely the Nabulance Trap is going to be craftable, and Nabulance Trap is basically Oblation Trap times 10, so I'm looking forward to getting Nabulance Trap, but for now, just work with what you have. I'm going to go double Oblation Trap on this monster, so if he takes a hit, at least he's stamina drains, but I mean, when you compare him to other cosmics that have been released recently that can all hold revival lessons, you know, they're definitely a lot better. I can see why Social Point didn't give this monster revival. To have Artifact and revival, that would be powerful, especially on a Denier. So that makes sense, but I would have loved, I mean, it's not like he's holding the cane or anything. I would have loved like an armor, you know. He's kind of going with the lore of him being rebuilt after he was destroyed. I don't know, I would have liked something else than double trap. But maybe that Rotten's Trap will be really good, so we'll have to wait and see. In terms of his runes, you want him to go first. He's your main Denier. You want to give him all speed. However, if you have a faster Denier on your team, for example, I have Siamis, I would run this monster as a secondary team speed holder. It really depends on you. Okay, it just really depends on the kind of opponents you're battling and everything. So I'm going to go ahead and just max rank him because I am currently at Legendary 1 League, 7,000 trophies, and so we'll come back for those battles. So actually, I decided I'm going to showcase him at 130 just to show the advantage of having Artifact. Hopefully, I'm fighting monsters that aren't CDA. Again, Kodama's very popular, Siamis is still popular, so hopefully they don't go and just cooldown activate me because then I can't do anything. In that case, it is useful to run the 0 cooldown scale, but I'm not going to be running it, and we're just going to go into the battle running team speed on my allies. Armor Claw, I think will give you team speed as well, just to kind of help boost my speed since I'm 130, and I might be facing 130s, 140s, 150s. Alright, so I am allowed to take Henrich into PvP, however I'm not allowed to win with him because that would be totally unfair, so I will be exiting out when the time calls for it. With that being said, we have a Vanoss base, so let's see, I get the first turn in. In this case, I can just rely on the freeze skill, right? So I can go, let's do Ground Killer because he is one of those monsters. Check it out, he has Hardened. 20% less accuracy against him, negative effects. So Battleground Killer on turn 1. Oh, whoops. I should have gone with CDA. My bad. I completely ignored Brutalizer. I'm falling like flies. Jakugan Sword kicks in. And notice that I do not have the daze. Alright, times like this, I wish I had... times like this, I really, really wish I had the taunt. The trait disable on Undana, but I'm not currently running it. Let's do Save Rossi. Alright, and then I have to recharge, so yeah, once my stamina is gone, he's one of those monsters. I'm seeing this with a lot of Mythics where they don't have a means to recover stamina, so that's why I think that's why I've really grown fond of the Cane of Atlantis, to be able to recover that. Battleground Killer, I can freeze again, but he's immune to freeze, so this is where we will go with CDA. Hopefully that shuts down Vanoss and he can't attack me. There's my Cane of Atlantis on Undana. I'll do Selfish Splatter to get rid of the immunity to freeze, and then I will do Water Swirl to remove stamina. Save Rossi. Come on, land, and still miss on the Sunburn. Alright, he's gonna have to reach a Bolt Strike. Alright, so I am dead, and there's no point in continuing this. Yeah, so we are gonna exit out, and we'll try again. Alright, so let's see. That was my bad by not noticing that there was a Brutalizer in the game, and I'm like, oh, just freeze Vanoss. Alright, here we have a Nor, here we have a Brutalizer and a Lonrad, and I get the first turn in, thanks to my Cosmic Stats. Look, he's running all speed, super speed. This monster is running speed as well, and this monster is running team speed, so I was able to outspeed. I will just activate cooldowns, and everyone will shut down except for Nor. She'll have her Endless Endurance skill. Alright, Relics kicking in. All those Relics kicking in. There's a Recharge, there's Endless Endurance. Alright, I get to do Raw Drowning, so let's remove your positive effects. Drowned. Awesome. And then Morg's Armor kicks in, Eiltron's Mask kicks in. I'll do Save Rossi. Alright, there we go. Sunburn, Sunburn, Sunburn. Alright, Henrich goes. I have single target attacks now. I can do the Freeze, Plotless Force. Let's just apply the Burning, the Shock, and the Freeze. There we go. So we'll hopefully kill Brutalizer with dots. He has Shot, most likely. Loopy's Shot. Yeah, there it is. And then Nor has Endless Endurance again, which can't kill me. Actually has one of the ET skills. So that's ET, and then I think the other ET might have actually reset. No, Endless Endurance. Okay, we're good. Alright, then I can do Battleground Killer or yes. I'll just activate cooldowns again. I hope you can't do Vegas Feelings. I think I have Water Swirl, though. So Water Swirl, and then do you have Revival, Lonrad? I should have probably checked. I think most likely Lonrad will have Revival. Ingvar's Banner kicks in. Oh, man, I don't want you to cleanse. Ah, there was a cleanse. Alright, we will do Save Rossi. Alright, and then do I have... Oh, I got my alt. So, perfect time to use it. You have Revival Essence, yes. So let's slow down. Moderate thunder damage, activates cooldown, and freeze. So we'll jump up into the air. Really cool animation. I love these kinds of animations. Yeah, that's awesome. So see, burning, freeze. And then this monster, Brutalizer, he had the immunity to freeze from last turn. But thanks to my ult, I was still able to CDA him. And then this monster basically can't do anything. Yeah, no need to continue this battle, but we will exit out. So I still haven't seen. I want a Black Feather to go first and deny me. Where's that at? Where's a super fast Black Feather? Where's a Lindworm to turn me into a baby? Where are those bases? Oh no. Come on. Alright, let's battle. We will just do what do we even do in this case? Shock, freeze. We'll do Plotless Force. Alright, we'll do Raw Drowning. And we'll do Save Rossi. This is not like, it's hard. I need to battle Cosmics, non-dodge area monsters. Alright, because then I also wanted to take on Megaton and show you guys how to counter Megaton bases. But this is pretty straightforward. Wow, I even got my ult again. We will do, I guess we'll just do Battleground Killer. Just to deal some damage. Chance is annoying because it removes the negative effects. Let's do Yes. Actually, I should probably be doing my ult since I can't really do anything else. We'll do Stonefish on myself. Alright, notice how my monsters over here are dying with the curse and the poison, but my artifact trait helps me out so much where I don't need to worry about that. Alright, and watch. Please do Righteous Evil or something. Please apply dots on me. Despicable Beings, Dragon Slayers. Let's see, Restore the Dream. Alright, I was hoping I could kill Armor Claw. Looks like he's staying alive. Remember to sub. Alright, might as well ult. Maybe not. Yeah, since they're dodge area monsters, I need to anyways. So here's my ult again. Mega Freeze and Burning on Armor. No Rest for the Wicked. Oh, that one trade disabled me. So obviously if you battle like a Tabora who has trade disable, an Undana who can trade disable, you'll be in some trouble. Here, let's cleanse away your life regen. Amulet kicks in. The burning will kill. Let's remove all of this from armor. Alright, so I think we're good. I don't even want to attack you. I'll just dream big and see what happens there. Alright, so you're dead. Alright, now I can do stuff. So here's where my single CDA comes in. Bam, take that, Grakon. You have to recharge. I am now going to do single freeze. Nope, you have evasion. I am going to do Plotless Force. Shock, freeze, burning. I am going to water swirl. Nope, I am just going to recharge. Do I kill Grakon? What do I have? I don't know if I used all my single target attacks. I think I still have. No, I'm still good. So we'll kill Grakon. He'll res. Alright, Henrich. Alright, Revival. No! Alright, can't deal with that. So I'm going to recharge. No rest for the Wicked. Trade disable again. This is why Taunt and Dodge Area had to die. It's too annoying. It's way too annoying. Alright, so we'll exit out of this battle. Where are the Cosmic bases where I can showcase a Cosmic monster? Come on, let's see. And this is 130, so he works good just for the artifact. And another legendary Centurion base. Alright, and Siamese for CDA. So I'm not going to go far on this one. Because you absorb everything. Megatons. The only reason I killed him was because of the level advantage. Realistically, should not have killed him. We'll do Splatter for fun. And then we'll do Raw Drowning. Alright, we'll recharge. We'll do, let's see, we'll do CDA on Siamese. And we'll do Battleground Killer on you. Alright, Light. And then he's back. Behavioral Christmas Tree. We'll do Water Swirl to kill Centurion. We'll do Remember Sub to kill Siamese. And then we'll just do this for freeze. And yeah, no need to continue that. So I was really hoping to battle a faster Denier, but for whatever reason, we're not really seeing Deniers right now. So let me just go to 150 and showcase this monster when he's fully leveled up. But it's essentially the same thing, right? He's a monster with artifacts, so if you can go first, you have artifact to protect you. If you do go first, then you can deny the enemy, especially when you have a lot of team speed on your side. Now, the biggest issue is, of course, Megatons. We saw that a couple times. When there's Megaton, what do you really do? So that's where you bring in a different kind of build for Megaton bases. So here is finally a good build, right? The biggest issue with Deniers right now is that a lot of players rely on Megatons. So realistically, I can't even remove anything. Like right now, if I had Siamese, I would remove the Megaton. The best I can do now is activate its cooldowns, maybe freeze the monster. In this case, I think activating cooldowns is a little more useful because it can be cleansed away. Here I'm going to get trade disabled, and then Undana is going to come in. Alright, so see, even if I had the stamina to do something, just the fact that this monster has Megaton, I wouldn't be able to do anything, so I have to recharge here. My King of Atlantis helps me out. Let me remove that, and then let's see if I can make a comeback. Let's do Raw Drowning. Charizard's Amulet will kick in. Armor, can we kill on Dana maybe? Yes, and yes. Alright, so let's do that. And let's curse stones. Alright, so this is where my artifact would be nice to have. Now I can activate cooldowns on everyone across the board. Tabor still has 0 cooldown skill. There we go. And of course, if I had artifact, I wouldn't have all those dots and I wouldn't have died. So let's exit out. So how do you counter megatons with the Deny monster, which is probably the biggest issue players have, right? So the best way I think to do this is to have a megaton monster yourself. So here, I'll use Bomb Beta in this case. We'll use Bomb Beta. Let's see if I have team speed. I think I got to take it away from Armor Claw. So if you do a team like this, let's do life or speed, and we'll do life just for now. And we give your megaton monster. You do that. Alright, so now this monster absorbs it. You're going to need someone that can cleanse away, and you got to purposely make your monster a little slower. So, let's see. I want to run, where's Tabora? I don't think I've leveled up Tabora, actually. Then I'll have to do Ignis. Where's my Ignis? Ignis is on defense for now. Let's put on Dana in there. So let's say I put Ignis. Alright, so what you're going to have to do, and the good thing is that if the monster are the same level, you have the advantage in that your Ignis is faster, or your Tabora would be faster. So assuming I give this monster 2 speed like this, it can be someone with a single cleanse as well. I'll show you with Siamis as well. We will do, let's give you, it doesn't really matter. We just want to showcase this kind of combo. Hopefully we fight Megaton monsters. So make your monster faster, make your Henrich slower. Who else has team speed runes? So let's see, someone has to have level 10 team speed. Where did I last use them? Level 9, I don't remember. Am I running out of team speed? Is it someone on defense? Dana has 1. I think we can work with 1. So let's give Dana strength for now. Attack. Alright. So hopefully, I should be slower. It should be 18 speed and 15. Nope. Alright, so I guess we're gonna have to go single speed on him. Alright, so alright, Ignis. I need Ignis to go first, Ignis to cleanse, and then Henrich to deny, and we'll go from there. So this is how you beat a Megaton base, essentially. You just need someone that can cleanse away the Megatons, and then Henrich will go next in the turn order, right? Oh, perfect showcase right here. Fight. So, oh, Henrich is still faster. No. Man, that's pointless. Alright. So this is what happens when he's 150. I should have kept him at 130 or 140. Alright, so that was just a waste of a battle. We're gonna take this away. And we're gonna give you speed, and we're gonna give you team speed. Man, that would have been the perfect battle too. So this is essentially what you need. You should need a way to take care of the Megaton base, and then your Bomb Beta protects you from getting attacked, and then you can deny, ooh, the same base essentially. Fight. So Taboro's first. Taboro's gonna cleanse. Alright, my favorite trick. In this case, it might not work out. We'll see. So I would consume Virtue, get rid of Megatons. Yeah, I got hit with CDA, but you see how normally I should have gone next in the turn order. I just had to mess up with the rune so much. Realistically, this monster should have 2 speed and a team speed, and this monster should have 2 speed and a team speed if they're the same level, and that way you're not too slow. You don't jeopardize your speed, because right now I jeopardize his speed, so that's why the Siamis was able to go and activate my cooldowns. But that's essentially what you would do to counter Megaton bases and still be able to deny it. Another thing you can do is, instead of Ignis, it can literally be anyone that has a cleansing skill. So we take Siamis, for example. We put Siamis on here, and then let's see, how fast are you? 16,000, and you are 16. Oh my gosh, I hope I'm faster. Alright, let's do, literally this same thing will work. It might, because she's not a cosmic. There's that base again. Alright, let's see if it works on this one. Okay, perfect. So this is kind of the combo right here. So you just need to be able to cleanse, and then you go next in the turn order, and you deny. Just like that. Because even if the enemy was able, with the typical denier, to get rid of your Megatons and then do CDA or something, not CDA, if they were to do freeze or possession, because you have artifact, you would be able to deny without any issues. Then you apply dots, and then you kind of got to rely on dots. So here we'll do that. I have burning on my monster, so we'll give that to Siamis. Alright, so we have a good amount of dots on them, and then we just control the battle with our double denier team. We'll sunburn Siamis, so now she has that. We will double show Lonrad. We will freeze, let's freeze Bomb Beta. He has Warming Light. So you basically just control the whole entire game like this and win with dots. Built to Astonish, Watt's Mass, Morg's Armor kicks in, activate her cooldown, she'll die with dots next turn. Warming Light to cleanse away my negative effects. I have to recharge. I have to recharge as well. Alright, let's see. So he can't do anything except shot maybe. Alright, cool. So back to denying here. Let me freeze you now. Alright, so now you can't cleanse away. Let's apply dots on you. Let's activate cooldowns and apply bleed. So you see how I'm just basically dominating the whole game just by using all my deny skills and everything. Here we'll apply dots to you. And then I should have checked you at revival, you do, but we'll exit out. So that's basically the mechanic to beat megaton bases. So you do need to be purposely faster than Henrich to get rid of megatons, and then Henrich can follow up with a denial. Oh, here's a good showcase as well. So we'll click fight. Alright, Siamese goes first, and Black Feather and Denier go. So I'm going to remove the MT. There we go. And then he hit me with feathers. He hit me with Cosmic Grandma. Ooh, I'm still alive. Alright, so then I do the denial. There is CDA. Lost my monster. And then we're going to... Can't double show you. We'll single activate cooldowns. Bleeding. We'll just do single target. Hit me with feathers. Again, I can't get hit with curse or anything, so that's the good thing. I am going to do the Battleground Killer on you. I'm going to CDA again. Alright. Bombado's taking damage. He was frozen. I am going to do... should I hit you with a Burning Black Feather? You probably have Revival. Oh, no Revival. Although, this is a monster that scares me, so I'm going to freeze you. I am going to double show you. You might die, though. But double show Black Feather. Alright, so attacked himself. You were frozen. Blinding Punch. Alright. Staying alive. Who do I need to freeze now? Do I need a yes? I need to activate cooldowns on Denier. So that denial is coming in handy. He'll probably die. Tommy has revival. Yes, he has revival. Good. We will activate cooldowns across the board. Actually, I think we can recharge 56 stamina. I don't know what the stamina is on the other skills. What's this? 39. Yeah, we'll just activate cooldowns then. And then he dies. He comes back. He dies again. He'll come... Oh, wait, I thought he had revival. Ah! So, I wonder if I could win this one. Recharge, brightest villain. Yeah, just shock, freeze, everything. And we'll exit out. So yeah, Henrich, guys, pretty good monster. We'll do one more battle and that'll be it, because I think I'm going to drop below Legendary 1 League. And I really want to stay up when the Cosmic Tournament 3 ends. So, boring. It's a Santerion base. Alright, let's fight. So here I would need an Ondana to break his taunt. But I don't have that, so I'll just do CDA. And then I'll do CDA again and see if I can kill him. Nope. Still alive. Alright, got hit with an AoE. I don't even want to kill him anymore. Blinding Punch. Nope, because then he'll be rezzed with Evasion. Exterminator. Alright, I can double show. Show must go on. Alright, there we go. And then I can do Plotless Force. Let's see what lands. Oh, everything landed, so we're good. Double show on Mizris. Just activate cooldowns. Exterminator, he has 0 cooldown skill. My mask kicks in, let me recharge. Endless Endurance. My double Ablation Trap coming in handy, draining stamina, but again, still not the biggest fan of it. I can do CDA or I can freeze. What do you have? Do you have a Charizard's Amulet, Denier Trap? Let's take care of Nor. Freeze, let's activate cooldowns on you. He still has Exterminator, so I think freezing him would have probably been smarter, because he can probably kill me right now. Yeah, he's going to kill me. No! Let's shock and daze him. Maybe he'll miss with the daze. Exterminator. Ah, Henrich. Poor little Henrich. Yeah, but that's basically it for this video. So, what do you guys think about Henrich? Again, he's an artifact monster, so even if you're slower, you basically get a guaranteed turn in. This is the kind of team setup you need to take care of megatons. You just need a megaton yourself to absorb attacks. You need a monster going first that can remove it, whether it be Ignis, whether it be Tabora, whoever it is, as long as they have a single positive effect removal. So, like on Dana would also work really well to get rid of it. And then you also have Trade Disable as an option if you need it. So just kind of use whatever works for you. But overall, I really like the monster. I think just the fact that he has Artifact and all that Deny, he's going to be a pretty good monster that you are going to be running into a lot ranked up. Is he replacing Kodama and Siamese? Probably not, just because they're in different books. So PvP is one thing, but I think wars matter more. The different monsters you can use for wars really determine who wins or loses the wars. So for that reason, Kodama is still going to be very viable. Henrich is going to be very viable depending on the war scenario. And then, of course, if there's a revival on the team, you'd probably go with Kodama to block Resurrection. But if you're slower than Henrich and the Artifact, you know you can't get denied, so then you can follow up and deny to make him go second in the turn order. So I like the monster a lot, so I want to hear from you guys. What do you guys think about this monster? Any thoughts in the comments below? Thank you very much. A huge thanks to Soldier Point once again, and remember to subscribe.